What's going on, everyone? Frank the Fire Medic back here. In this video, we're going to do a quick review of the Raptor Shears by Leatherman. So I've had these for about 7 years now. The last couple of years, I've just kept them in my turnouts as a backup device for cutting wires or anything like that. And they have been absolutely amazing. We'll go over the features real quick. So first thing you just saw me do was you can fold them up really nice. They all come with a case. I have lost mine like 2 or 3 years ago. I didn't use it much anyways. I mainly use this clip, whether it's gonna be in my chest pocket, my turnouts, my radio strap, or something like that. So yeah, you can swing this out, both handles. Before you do that though, you can have a seatbelt cutter. Just folds out right there, just like so, as well as an oxygen tank wrench. So let's open this all the way up now. Next main feature, of course, is your shears. The first few years I had these, I used them on leather, motorcycle jackets, plastic. I've even cut through thin pieces of metal before too. So they are definitely amazing shears. Some of the best ones I've had. Right next to me, I have some cheaper ones. I won't show the name on them. But, you know, they work, of course. They work pretty well. Again, a little bit more flimsy, but they'll get the job done. Alright, the next feature you have on these is a ring cutter. I have not personally used these on rings before in actual patients. However, you can cut through coins, quarters, what have you. So I assume they will do really well on rings as well. As long as they're not tungsten. I doubt these can cut through tungsten. I doubt many things can cut through tungsten. So yeah, that's all the features. So we'll go over the pros and cons real quick. The pros: super compact. You can't beat it. I mean, once you have it down to this size, you know, it's going to be several inches smaller. Let me get that in frame there. Several inches smaller than a standard pair of shears. They have a lot more features than your standard pair of shears. For example, you know, the ring cutter, the seatbelt cutter, oxygen tank wrench. As always, you have a little loop for carabiner here. I've never used that, but you know, you have a window punch. I haven't found too much use, but there is a measuring tape on here up to 5 centimeters. You know, you might use it. I've never have really used them before. I mean, I'm pretty decent at guessing like wound lengths. But yeah, it's just an extra feature. So some of the cons, these can get expensive. When I bought these, I think I bought it on a sale at Cabela's for like $60, like 6 or 7 years ago. So they are pretty expensive, but you know, you get what you pay for. Leatherman's always been an amazing tool brand. They've always been on the more expensive side though, so just something to consider. Another con, these are going to be a lot more maintenance than your standard pair of shears. For example, you know, these ones are going to be more of a stainless steel, and some might even call these disposable. A lot of people won't reuse these just because they're so cheap, but you can get them for, you know, most of these less than $1. Whereas these, you're going to clean them after every patient, after every use. And if you keep them for several years, you're going to need to sharpen them, which can be expensive. I believe you can send them in to Leatherman. They'll sharpen it for you. Another con I've noticed, again, I've kept these in my turnouts the last several years just as a backup to the backup. They do rust, and pretty easily. I cleaned these up probably about 4 months ago, and I oiled them again. And as you can see, they just rusted right back up. So If you're going to use them on the daily, that's not a big issue. However, again, last couple of years I've left these in my turnouts, which, you know, can be a little bit more moist than most of your daily EMS needs. So just something to consider. If you're going to leave them in your turnouts, you know, I highly recommend them. However, just keep in mind they're going to rust. I wouldn't use these on a patient currently, because I don't want, you know, give someone tetanus, of course. I use these for the sole purpose of cutting wires for if I get entrapped, or, you know, if we're doing a RIT, and one of my fellow workers or co-workers gets trapped, something to that effect. So yeah. Other than that, I mean, I highly recommend them. They are going to be more expensive. If you can afford them, they're going to be great. If you can't, you know, the standard $1, $2, $4, $5 shears are going to do you just fine. Again, you won't get all the features that you see on this, the compactability, as well as the longevity. I mean, like I said, they're going to rust a little bit easier if you don't maintain them, of course. But yeah, they cut through pretty much anything you put to it, and I've never had an issue since. So, alright guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Rest of this channel, again, I'm going to be doing pretty much everything EMS, fire, nutrition. I'm just getting started. I'm making a website right now to kind of do more of like a blog style, and, you know, doing comparisons between medications and just some new research that's coming out, or interesting topics. I'll put that in the link in the description once I have that up. About a quarter of the way done, halfway done. I am not amazing at building websites, of course. It's not my forte. Yeah, go ahead and check out the rest of the videos. I know I'm just getting started, and I have 2 videos up right now. That's everything about aspirin and acetaminophen. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.